What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to come in and give y'all a trade breakdown because a lot of y'all aren't able to put it all together exactly how the strategies of this person and that person actually equate to profits on the chart. So we're gonna walk through this trade that went pretty well. And I'm not gonna act like every single trade that I take goes like this, but a good bit of them do work out in similar fashion because of the strategy that we use. That is called precision trading. You can learn that more by just kind of exploring through the channel or clicking any of the links in the description. But without further ado, let's get into it. So we have EURCAD here. Before actually looking at the chart, the first thing that we look at is the fundamentals, and the fundamentals were supporting the euro being a bit steady and the CAD weakening. So there was some oil trading downward as well that was supporting it. There's few fundamental factors, but we kind of dive into how this plays out. Let me go ahead and click this so you guys can actually see how the trade fully played out real quick. Boom. So that's how that trade went. I had dropped. This is live on TradingView. I can't like change or edit that or anything. But we were looking to see if price was going to break above here and continue higher, or if it was gonna come get this entry first. Um, we saw that price had broke above but came back into it a few times here, so we just kind of like looked away from it a little bit. When it started being choppy like that, I told the chats like I would rather for it to do whatever it wants to do above that line, because it's most likely gonna come back and get this entry here. So one of the points in precision trading that we use is a volume indicator, where you can kind of see where the least amount of volume is being traded on the chart. And this is one of those areas where there was a lot of low volume, is a slight fair value gap here. So there's quite a few reasons to believe that price may come get this. So when it comes to continuations, when price is buying and it wants to buy more, you're either going to get a pullback into previous lows like here, or you're gonna get a push higher, a retest of this area, and a continuation higher. So we got this here, kind of what looks like a bit of a fake out here, where I know probably a lot of traders end up getting caught in, where price broke above here but it didn't actually continue higher. There's a lot of news going on around this time, so this price action here is a little bit invalidated in our strategy. We don't really take into account what the candles look like and how they're setting, or the entries that they're grabbing when news is going on, because there's a lot of extra liquidity, a lot of extra liquidity flooded into the market. So with this here, knowing that there's a lot of extra momentum that would probably push this up and down, it did exactly that. It went up and then came right back into this area. So we didn't trade through any of this, and that's exactly why. So once price came down here and grabbed this little entry, we got in, called it out in the chats, and we went so on and so forth. And as you can see, I kind of gave some guidelines to how it should play out. And as you can see, with the guideline here, to get the continuation higher, we had to continue above this area here. And once price kind of failed here, that didn't really constitute a continuation for us. So this idea for it broke down pretty fast and opened the door for what we saw really play out here. It's kind of exactly how it played out here. So it came down and then grabbed another little entry right there, continued up, even came back and gave another little opportunity and continued higher. Now I do like to use, let's go over here to the chart, where the trade is actually sitting. So one of the ways that I called the second entry because I actually called a second entry for this week. So once this activated, I let the chats know because I actually had a pending order just sitting down here waiting for it to be activated. I got the notification on my phone, and once that happened, price had ran up around here. Let me see if I can show you guys. Nah, it doesn't wanna. It doesn't wanna show that. Okay, that's fine. Um, but when price got about right here, I let the chats know that they're probably gonna get an opportunity to get in before we actually ran full TP. And we got a perfect fib retracement from that area to hit that line that we already had marked off as a kind of a continuation point from before. So when price came and tapped it, I let the chats know, hey, this is a good opportunity to go ahead and get in again if you weren't able to get in on the first entry, and it left, and with a very, very, very small margin of error, didn't come back. So this was a really, really good trade, kind of textbook to our strategy. We were looking at we were already kind of looking at how this was forming up when price came down here and gave this little double bottom, rejected and pushed higher. This right here is a big telltale of you'll get an opportunity to trade. You just need to be a little patient. And I know situations like this right here causes a lot of traders to lose a lot of trades. But if you actually are patient with your trading, you'll be able to catch entries like this, because this right here, this setup right here happens all over the markets every day somewhere on some time frame. You're gonna get a push higher, a consolidation, a fake out, push back into that consolidation, and then a breakout, and then a retest, and then a push higher again. That sequence right there, you should watch what I just said. Watch that 10 times over and over and over and over again. And if you only trade just that setup, you'll be perfectly fine in these markets. All right. If you guys like this, hit that like button, sub button, and that bell icon. All that is going to tell the algorithm that this is good content. It needs to get pushed forward, and it lets me know that you guys really want these breakdowns and care to hear me talking about these markets. All right. I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.